have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order.
I'm under arrest. Look, I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Так вот, не первый раз я вам говорю, что вы провалились.
Well, now for the first time I can tell you that you're a disaster.
So they said they were walking out the press conference. I said, no, I'm not going to we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch. Got fired.
And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset.
I got a new strap-on harness today. I can't wait to put it on you. It will fit my favorite dildo perfectly. You're going to look so hot.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Of course, someone's going to slam the fucking door. As soon as I go live, I'd apologize for being late, but no one's watching. I can barely be bothered doing this, by the way. You're going to see very low energy from me today. It's Christmas Day here in Sydney, Australia. It's currently 12:50 p.m. And I just got out of bed. Sorry about that. Just got a message, a Merry Christmas message from my mother. The only one I'll get from anyone I actually know in real life. No, that's not true. Yeah, it's true. But you know, everyone's doing the merry thing on the internet today. I've got really zero plan because no one's going to be watching, so this is just more of a distraction for me. What's going on the internet at the moment? First of all, why don't I treat you to, if you haven't seen it already, Tyler Fisher does. Because the thing about today is that Christmas is shit. Yeah, fair enough to say that. In my opinion, it's really crap. It's a complete deviation from what it's supposed to mean, and not that I'm like out there trying to push its original meaning or anything. I don't really care too much for it, but it's certainly not the religious holiday that it used to be. It's a very commercialized sort of scam that gets everyone. It is like, from memory, even when I used to do Christmas with people, it was just like stress and arguments and animosity and just something that you didn't want to have to do, but you like had to do it. You know, I used to do it just for my grandma, but like even when she was like in her last years of her life, I stopped doing it, which is, I felt really bad for it now, but she understood. She got it. She was like, Christmas is so shit. My family's shit. I've just got my mother, and that's about it. So, well, that is completely it. And she's on the outside of the country. Anyway, I'm whinging. Let's have a look at Jordan Peterson. It's not Jordan Peterson, but it's Tyler Fisher. He does a really great. Where the fuck is the whole thing gone? How do I do this? Present. Share screen.
Let's see what Jordan Peterson actually has to say about this.
Imagine if you were a black, trans, height-challenged, vegan, disabled, ambidextrous, peanut allergy-ridden, mentally challenged person. I'm Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. And this is my masterclass.
The jacket.
Look at the hair.
What? Like, why the fuck are we using the word master? It's like, no. It's like, really? It's like, it's comical. We're using outdated slavery terms. Really. It's like, I'm triggered. What about the people of color in here that are damn triggered?
It's comical.
Life really is not about personal responsibility.
For the
or
boots.
starting a family or working hard. Move back, bucko, 6 feet. Go with this little thing. No. It's about how many bloody pronouns you have. That's it, dead ass. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, see there,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
See there, sir. You feeling triggered? You feeling safe? I'll be helping people master the craft of judging people by their skin color, not by their character. So Robin DiAngelo, she once said, be less white. Bloody amazing what Martin Luther King did, you know. Really like far-right Nazi propaganda,
What's
you
up,
know.
Yeti?
Well, I have a dream too. It's like, I have a dream white people will just sit down and shut up.
Welcome to the
Yeah, be
show.
more inclusive, even to the pedophiles. Excuse me, the MAPs or minor attracted persons. They should have a seat at the table too. Might be the kids' table, but let them sit down, let them eat. I'll be teaching you about all the 4,969 genders. Strap in. Like, these ideas have been living rent-free in my head for a long time. I'll be teaching you things from my new book, Beyond Teaching Straight White Males They're Pieces of Absolute Shit. Well, let's get to work, shall we?
Me? I'm Mike, and my pronouns are pronoun.
Well, comical. Well, there's nothing funny about comedy. Stalin, looking like 22, the gulags, one of my favorite quotes.
I don't feel so privileged. I'm more in shock. I got fired from my job because I was privileged. I don't get it.
You're helping combat racist racism.
By being discriminated against?
Wow. Cry me a gender-fluid river. Daniel, would you have sexual relations with this beautiful person?
Do you like surprises?
I will just go ahead and put you down for super ultra far-right MAGA transphobe.
Far-right
MAGA.
What do you see here?
Comical.
In this image?
Kitten?
White supremacy. Cis white male. How about this one?
Dog.
Even worse, white supremacy. You little sissy boy. This one here.
Cat again.
The knee on George Floyd's bloody neck. And that knee is yours. Bobby, why don't you tell us what real oppression sounds like?
Well, I just became CFO of my own company, woman-owned company, of course. Just bought a new Porsche, bought another house in South Beach, and another one in Miami. But I was misgendered at a holiday party.
Oh, no.
Well,
It hurt.
surprised she didn't take her own damn life. Greta Thunberg. I'm going to quote her right now and say, how dare you? Get down on one knee and give me 20 Black Lives Matters. Justice Smollett once said, white MAGA extremists won't even let a black gay man get a damn Subway sandwich at 2 a.m. in the middle of a goddamn snowstorm. It's like a miracle he even came up with that. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I can't believe how goddamn fucking naive you can be. It's like, that ain't it, Chief. Can somebody get me an emotional support cat to pet, please?
This is
goddamn
exactly...
patriarchy. If you're petting a cat, it's like, it's not even consensual. So forget that. Consider that rape as far as I'm concerned. That is feline rape. It's like, no. Somebody get me some imitation lobster, please. My blood sugar's plummeting. Man, sorry. Oh, man. And go ahead and check your privilege at the door.
I can't get this fucking ham open. This is what my...
Well, Looks like the work has begun.
Well, that's that. I think we'll just leave that there because I don't know how much of that I'm allowed to show. I can't get this fucking packet of ham. Hold on, let me get back to here. See this? This is my Christmas lunch. $2 packet of ham. Those $2.45 now because of the Great Reset. Oh, and I've got some chips and some cordial. Merry fucking Christmas. How am I gonna get this shit open? Just poke it with this. Poke it with that. Oh, that's it. I got. Did I? It's some fun Christmas ham. Nothing else. Not even Christmas ham. It's just slices of dead pig. But oh, it sounds disgusting on the microphone. Can't believe I'm putting this live. This is a fucking embarrassment. Anyway, what else is happening? UFOs on the Air Force One. Hold on. This is some shit that. Let's put this in the other tab so we can see it. Paste. Go.
Spotted a UFO hovering over Air Force One at LAX.
By the way, I think you all know how I feel about this topic. It's getting on my nerves now. I was doing space about it yesterday. Oh yeah, Yeti would smash. This is what's her name? Something. It's not. Fuck, I can't remember her name. Chick from the Hill. She always looks real different. Like she's got like it looks like she pays about $300 a week to get her hair done different. But UFOs are all psyop. Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday. Like in this space, I was saying, "Whoa, hold on, Yeti. What do you think about the UFOs though? Like and aliens and demons? Okay, so that's a fair assessment. If that's I kind of feel like they're separate things. I mean, I'm not really sure how I feel about all the angels and demon stuff, but I don't know. You could be right. I could be wrong. There's many people that think that the demonology, the spiritual stuff, like overlaps very heavily with the UFO stuff. If not, oh, sorry, I'm getting like little notifications over my iPad, but yeah, there's a lot of people that think that. It's just, I think that the basic elements of what like Grush and all of these people are saying about the UFOs, like now, that it's kind of true. So, like, as in their ET, they have been possibly to Earth at some point, and they've tried to reverse engineer stuff that they've discovered in like archaeological digs or something. I believe that's sort of like maybe closer to the truth. But you it's the moment that the government starts coming out and like with an intelligence officer of all things to tell us that it's all true, it just, and there's a reason no one's believing it. Anyway, let's hear what this bird has to say. I can't remember her fucking name now.
During President Joe Biden's fundraising trip to Los Angeles earlier this week has allegedly been caught on camera. Per the Daily Mail, the object was described as a white or silver sphere seen hovering near the president's jet.
Oh yeah, that thing.
According to the Daily Mail, eyewitnesses spotted
That was pathetic.
An LAPD helicopter circling the, quote, stationary object. Joining us to discuss this exciting development is Harvard's esteemed physicist, Dr. Avi Loeb. Welcome, Dr. Loeb, back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Look up manly pee hole used to conjure little grey aliens look like Yoda. Yeah, might have to switch on my VPN for that one. But yeah, interesting. I'll look at that.
It's a great pleasure.
So what do you think we are seeing there on the camera? What
it's a bit of trash
could
in the fucking
potentially
sky.
explain this, and could it be an unidentified aerial flying object the way people have expected?
Yeah, the fundamental question is whether it's human-made or something from outside of this earth. But I would assume that it must be human-made to start with, and then, of course, we need better data. We need to look at better images and not obtained from just people who happen to be at the right place at the right time, but with scientific instruments. So
yeah, no, I'm not convinced with this shit. This looks dumb. I want to hear what Robbie has, because this guy, obviously this is as good as we're going to get on the picture. I'm not interested in to hear this pundit. Let's hear what this one has to say.
Person, but which way do you fall when you think about something like this? We assume that it is human man-made, but what do you make of the UFOs being sighted more around nuclear facilities and now potentially the president's Air Force One jet?
That's an interesting thing. So this is something that I do believe happens. Hold on. I missed some chats here. What's Yeti saying? Robbie looks like real Barry Dillon. Hold on. Is that the same one I'm thinking of? He does. Yeah, he does. If I show that on the screen, it'll wreck the presentation.
well, I'm just like you. I'm not decided yet because obviously there are people within the military and the intelligence agencies that are talking about objects they cannot identify. And I was at the Washington National Cathedral with Avril Haines, the director of.
Boring. I just want to hear. Are you just talking this whole fucking time? I don't want to hear it. So, like, there's a reason I didn't watch this before. Wait, is there more footage over here? Nah, it's just that honestly looks like a bit of trash just in the sky.
Of course, if you.
But whatever. Let's go to something else because the UFO thing annoys me. I think like the basics of the thing that they're saying is true, but what they're actually telling us is really, really not true. Hey, Grifty. Yeah, Merry Christmas, I guess. Thank you. Appreciate the sentiment, but I mean, ugh. It's a rough one today. I hate Christmas. But thank you, Grifty. I hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas, and the same to you, Yeti. And anyone else who's watching. Oh, this is what I forgot to put up. I was going to, because I spent all my money on fucking bills at the beginning of the month. I was going to put this up, like, for the whole episode, but then I thought that's really kind of offensive, that big red thing there. Maybe I thought I made it a little smaller one there, so I might just keep that up at the top for anyone who is feeling generous this Christmas and wants to buy me something a little bit nicer than $2. I got a little bit of money, but not much. Yeah, go to danielclancy.live/donate. Buy me a better meal. I can make better sounds into the microphone. This is fucking pathetic. What else have we got? Bah humbug. Used to hate Christmas. Having kids. Yeah, that would. Yeah. I mean, that's when it was great for me too. Well, it's kind of great when my nan was alive. Used to like decorate. Like our house was crazy. It used to be the most lit up fucking thing on the street. Hope you find the joy in the season one day. No, I mean, I appreciate it, but it's past. It's just one day. It's one day. What does annoy me is that like it's really not just one day, is it? It's kind of like a whole 2 months. The commercial aspect pisses me off. All the tree, it just it gets to me. Don't like trees, don't like the decorations. All of it just gets me down. But anyway, that's why I'm treating today like almost a normal day. What else have we got? I'll put my luxurious Christmas lunch aside. What have we got? I really didn't plan this one. It was just going to be like whatever's trending, whatever. I did pull some shit aside here, but like Every time I go live, it just looks like all of the links that I pull up just immediately look 1,000% more boring. What have we got? So we had a few things happen this week. This Epstein, can I say that name? I've said it now anyway. The client list. Let's have a look at that. Let's see what this is all about. Because honestly, I think this is going to be a whole bunch of nothing. Over 170 of Jeffrey's high-profile associates will be named in court documents set to be unsealed in the first days of 2024. Dozens of Jeffrey... I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Do you get your channel pulled for saying this guy's name still? Let's just call him Jeff. Dozens of Jeff's high-profile associates are in for a New Year surprise, as they will be named in court documents set to be released in the first days of 2024. There's so many words I can't say in this. The Creeper's powerful friends. That makes me like the quartering. The pedo's powerful friends are set to be exposed as part of a vast unsealing that a judge ordered on May that will take place in 14 days. Oh, on Monday. See, I can't read. And I just woke up. I hate this. And there's lots of bright lights in my face. That will take the release date to January 1st, but there's the holidays. This is me just speed reading. This looks like a boring story. Like, could you really believe that any of these 177 people are going to be... I'm not seeing anywhere in here any indications that the batch of 177 is the final. That doesn't make any sense. Why has it got a capital D? Oh, does. 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 The batch of 177 does, as in John Doe, is the final group and includes many who were notified by the court but did not object to the documents with their name being on them. And see, this is what I find a little bit strange. Why wouldn't they object? Because it feels like it's going to be a whole big bunch of nothing. They set us up for a bunch of nothing. No one important. Oh, this little fucking weasel, Dershowitz or whatever his name is. Yeah, that's it, Alan Dershowitz. They're not gonna name anyone important. I think that was a waste of time. What else is in the news? Assange lawyers sue the CIA. Let's watch that. Oh, the video's been pulled. That's unfortunate. What else have we not looked at? Well, let's just look at Twitter. God, it's fucking painful. I might end this real shortly. This is, for all intent, like, it's basically just to get a number down. You know what I'm saying? Like the episode 11. What else is on Twitter right now? Let's have a look through the trending. Excuse me. That was my glorious Christmas lunch. Rogan is trending. Why though? Joe Rogan is sick and tired of Biden.
We didn't get Joe Biden because Joe Biden's amazing. Joe Biden's been a goof his whole fucking career. He's always been a goof. He's been caught lying so many times. Yeah. He's so full of shit. There's so much evidence that he's corrupt. Just undeniable evidence of corruption. And the stuff with him and his son, and then the guy who just testified that was business partners with Hunter. Yeah. We talked about all the different things that Joe was involved with.
Evan Archer.
Yeah. It's fucking undeniable. And the fact that they that mainstream news is ignoring this, except for right-wing media. It's fucking crazy.
All right. I hate the music. Why do they have to do that? I'm not showing that. There's a lot of stuff about Uncle Jeff on here. What does he know? What does he know?
I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden, just because I think with Biden, like he's gone. Like he's gone. You're going to be relying on his cabinet, and I knew his cabinet would be this fucking sideshow of diversity, and which is exactly what it is. You can't have those kind of people running a Ben and Jerry's. You certainly can't have those kind of people running the fucking most powerful government the world's ever known. It's nuts. It's nuts. I would vote for Trump before I'd vote for Biden.
Well, that doesn't tell us anything. This is what an unorganized episode looks like, friends. I mean, half of Twitter you're not allowed to show on YouTube, so I'm like running risk of doing this here. I could run into anything dodgy at any moment. Kevin Spacey is trending because he went on Tucker Carlson and did this cringy shit.
And Merry Christmas to you too. But I've always believed that nothing should be off the table in life or in art. I think we could both agree that we need to get some adults back in the room. So if that means taking on the chief executive role, well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for this great nation.
It's just, I don't know if they were like, because apparently he used to do these all the time. Like, is that how it goes? He used to do them a lot. How do I get this a bit better? I know I don't want that big. I know. Let's just go back to that. So Tucker's doing this thing of getting all these people that have been like some like quote unquote vindicated. Like, isn't something about this whole thing, like all the accusations against Spacey were dropped, and then the whole thing about him being gay was just like, it was a strange pivot to get away from it all. Isn't that how it went down? I really don't know. Anyway, that's why he's trending. What else? Oh dear. Got a few things trending here today that I can't mention. This always comes up on my fucking thing. Why does that happen in the United States? I never look into this. I don't care about her. I don't give a shit what her dumb, stupid husband does. This is silly. I don't know why there's. I mean, she must be paying someone. Someone is paying someone to do this, because that's there every single day at the top. Something about that crazy bitch. Let's go back. Da-da-da. 4 lawsuits, 4 self-unalivings, coincidence. Do you mean in? Hey, you talking about Kevin Spacey? Is that what you're talking about, Yeti? Because if that's true, then because I hadn't followed it that far, but if that's true, then that's certainly suspicious. Yeah, you are talking about. Okay, well in that case, yeah, fuck that guy. He's a creep. He seems creepy. I've never liked him. He's been a creep in everything he's been in. Anyway, he's good at doing that. He's good at being a creep actor. I'll give him that. But let's not celebrate him. Like all this stuff, I can't. You can see it in front of me, but I can't really click on most of it. Why is it on him trending? See what I mean? Like people do this sort of garbage.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go into the bathroom? Because the pee is silent. Somebody asked me, where did your sister go, honey? I said, Alaska. He said, never mind, I'll ask her myself.
It's like, what? Why am I watching this?
I said, okay.
It's just funny to see these aliens.
A pouch potato.
What? I don't get it. Okay. All right, whatever. Aliens are real. Let's just buy into it. Oh, I definitely can't play this. Kanye West compares himself to Hitler in a Vegas hotel room. Oh, dear. I mean, shut up. Is this safe to play?
Jesus Christ, Hitler.
Oh, no, I just can't do it. He's going to get my channel kicked. Fucking Kanye. I'm just going to run into a whole lot of religious crap if I do this one. What else is trending? General Flynn? No one cares. Oh, yeah, this is fascinating.
The day before 9/11, trillions of dollars missing. Then,
like $23 trillion. And then Donald Rumsfeld went on television and he's like, oh, we can't find it. Like on September 10th. Good one.
a plane slams into the very part of the building where they were doing the accounting.
Oh, that's right.
Some estimates,
There he
we
is.
cannot track $2.3 trillion.
Oh, I have. It was 2.3. I said 23. Whoopsies. I got the numbers right, just the decimal placing wrong. But still, that's a shitload of paper. There's Rumsfeld.
$1 trillion in transactions.
They said they couldn't track $2.3 trillion. No, that didn't happen. That did not happen, but it did happen. The day before.
There was too much odd about. Hold on, what's this? Little hasn't been actually voted in yet though. So this isn't a confirmed one. The post claiming that there is a relation between the events false by the date of the $2.3 billion missing. This has been debunked many. As far as I understand, that was not fact checked. Yeah, no, I don't believe those links. I was reading in the Washington Post for questions about unsolved. Oh, I can't mention him. Oh, this is just a whole bunch of things I can't mention. Here's a dog digging a hole on the moon. See, like, this is what I mean. See how good they are at doing this sort of shit now? What we could never buy into any of this crap that they tell us anymore. Even if they came out with photos, and the government was like, "Yeah, we confess this is our tech." So, like, say Raytheon, Lockheed Martin came out like tomorrow, and we're like, "Yeah, no, this we sent that dog there, and he's really digging a hole on the moon." Like, no one would believe it. Why is that wigging out? That's fucking. Anyway, from 1,000,000 miles away, NASA captures the moon crossing face of Earth. Yes, this is a real image. Is it? Is it? Really? This is supposedly real. That does not look like a real image. No, I'm not saying that the Earth is round. I'm not buying into that flat Earth shit. But this does not look like a real image of the moon, at least. Although I don't. But wait, hold on. Did they just like fucking do a big spin around, or was that? I think that was a camera artifact. Yeah, no, this is not. There's no. I don't think this is real. It looks fake to me. This is what annoys me about True. Everything's fake. Shares. Oh, a Christmas tree cluster. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Because I'm going to end this shit soon. This is painful. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I don't want that. I want trending. I don't think there's much more I can carry this episode with. How long have I been going for? Everything's so boring. Like, it's so slow today. Yeah. Yeah, okay. What's Fauci in it? What? Well, I thought he was dead.
Making you believe in the.
No, can't play that. Can't play any of that. You want to see me eat the rest of my Christmas lunch? This is great fucking watching. While I look through Twitter. Let's see if Grok can figure this out. Why is Kevin Spacey trending? No special language. Oh. I ate all my Christmas ham. Grok. Okay, it figures that out. But let's see if it does this. Been asking this several times and it can't answer the question, even though GPT-4 can. When did Twitter become X? It'll give me like a date from this week or maybe even today. No, see, it doesn't understand the question. It doesn't, it just, Twitter became X on July 15th, 2006. That's when the companies went IPO'd. Fucking stupid. When did Elon change it from Twitter to X? Now, I can get a correct answer out of this, but you have to ask it in a very specific way. And it's not this way. I just want to see what it gives me. Okay, that's actually the correct date. That is the correct date. Huh. Interesting. Because you usually have to type in rebrand or like, I had to fight with this for a good couple of weeks. So obviously improving it a little bit. Because you could never get it to give you the right date. I think it was July 15th. Is that right? Yeah, July sounds about right. Should I just check? ChatGPT. No. Just give me, what do I want? When did Twitter become X? This will figure it out. This will give me the right answer straight away, surely. Twitter, known for its influential, underwent significant transformation in 2023. In April 2023, Twitter merged with X Holdings, ceasing. See, this gives me everything I need to know. Yeah, but when did it actually rebrand? He later announced his intention to proceed with the purchase. The acquisition was finalized on October 27, 2022, setting the stage for the eventual merger and rebranding of Twitter into X. It did give me a date, though. This is kind of a fucking L for ChatGPT. What was the... I'm disappointed in this. Of the rebrand. Don't give me a paragraph. Oh, it's giving me a paragraph. Just give... I should have... end of July. July 23rd. So Grok was still wrong. Said July 15th. Although I'm assuming this one's correct. I don't care. This is so boring. This is dumb. I want to go now. I want to finish my Christmas lunch by myself. Should I show you one more thing? What else have we got? This looks like an interesting link. Let's watch this before I go. More UFO shit.
Has the government been hiding the truth about aliens? In a recent interview with News Nation, retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration Tim Gallaudet said it was time to come clean. Let's take a listen.
I think it's about time that we do disclose that we are in contact with non-human intelligence. That's what needs to be put out there in the public.
In the recent National Defense Authorization Act that was signed last week, a half-page amendment written by Republican Senator Tim Burchett that would force the Department of Defense to declassify records relating to publicly known sightings passed, but Congress granted the government authority to remove information relating to UFOs from official records if it could feasibly harm national security.
Oh, well, then they can just cut the whole thing off. This is where they always do this. We That's so what... Let's hear what she said again.
Sightings passed, but Congress granted the government authority to remove information relating to UFOs from official records if it could feasibly harm national security.
Oh, so that's not going to be just all of it then.
The executive branch has up to 25 years within a record's creation to make it public. The bill's passage comes as an increasing number of former defense officials are pushing for more transparency regarding UFOs.
Including that Rear Admiral that we just heard from, saying that he thinks the government has been in contact with extraterrestrial life, and that is exactly the kind of thing we want the government to declassify that information. But as I've said when we talked about this previously, I have no faith that this is what we'll get, even if the Tim Burchett version passed, because any national security exception is going to result in them redacting wide swaths of information pertinent to this subject, as we've seen on every other subject, as we've seen on the JFK assassination files, as we've seen on the COVID origins, ordered bipartisan fashion by President Biden to declassify what we know about COVID origins, what has caused our various intelligence agencies to reach different conclusions about COVID origins. We want to know. Instead, they put out a brief summary of information that is absolutely, totally public already. So national security is the blank check for the government to deny, to equivocate, to thwart independent efforts to learn information. And
this is why I like Robbie. He's on my side with the UFO shit. Maybe I think I've gone too heavy on the UFOs this episode. Let's go.
So this week we talked about the satanic altar that had been set up.
This is on theme. Nice. Jokes.
Inside the Iowa Capitol building, and it was put there by the Satanic Temple as a response to the manger scene that is also inside the Capitol building. The temple claims that it has the religious liberty to set up satanic altars in government buildings if it wants to, and the Iowa state government didn't even attempt to fight them on it. There was no, the only thing the Iowa state government fought them on was that you can't have an actual severed goat's head, which is what they originally wanted. But other than that, you go ahead, Satanists, set up your altar in the State House. And so they relented right away. And they let this depraved mockery occur. Well, yesterday, a man named Michael Cassidy decided, Iowa resident, a veteran, decided to do something about it. And here's what he did. This is the Post-Millennial reporting. A satanic altar erected in the Iowa Capitol building has been torn down and beheaded by a Christian and former military officer. According to the Sentinel,
That's some good news for Christmas, isn't it? That's a Christmas miracle. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I'm not condoning violence. It's an inanimate object. Although, I guess that's vandalism. Does anyone care? Who cares? A satanic altar erected in the Iowa Capitol building has been torn down and beheaded by a Christian and former military officer. It sounds all well and good to me. According to the Sentinel, Michael Cassidy pushed over and decapitated the statue of Baphomet, which was placed in the building by members of the Satanic Temple of Iowa. I mean, these people are fucking out of control. Not this guy. All these satanic weirdos, and like the sex clowns and stuff.
Michael Cassidy pushed over and decapitated the statue, which was placed in the building by members of the Satanic Temple of Iowa after receiving permission, and discarded the head of the statue into the trash. Cassidy told the outlet that he destroyed the altar on Thursday to awaken Christians to the anti-Christian acts promoted by our government. Cassidy said, quote,
that's true.
The world may tell Christians to submissively accept the legitimization of Satan, but none of the founders would have considered government sanction of satanic altars inside Capitol buildings as protected by the First Amendment. Anti-Christian values have steadily been mainstreamed more and more in recent decades, and Christians have largely acted like proverbial frogs in the boiling pots of water. Cassidy turned himself into officers who were present in the building, who confirmed the Satanic Temple of Iowa seeks to press charges. Cassidy was charged with fourth-degree criminal mischief.
Oh, pussy. He could have got away with that.
Cassidy said, quote, I saw this blasphemous statue and was outraged. My conscience is held captive to the word of God, not to bureaucratic decree, and so I acted.
Yes,
just
I agree with that.
I mean, awesome. Great response. And great to see it. And by the way, what he said is everything he said is obviously completely correct, including the point about our founding fathers would not have considered this protected by the First Amendment. And everybody knows that. Don't even try. Like, do you really think the founding fathers would have accepted satanic altars inside, the state house of any state? Which founding father do you think would have endorsed that?
I can think
of course they wouldn't. We all know that.
Well, I don't know. It's maybe painting a little bit of a rosy picture on their founding fathers, but they did. They wrote some good stuff. Let's give them that. Is there anything else I want to show before I fucking end this nightmare? I might even just delete it. But that means I have to change the thumbnail of next week's one, which I'm going to do like a year wrap up, like a 2023 years wrap up. Don't know how well that's going to go, but probably have just as many viewers as this one. Hold on, what's this? This looks interesting. Don't know if I've seen this.
Well, Common Sense at a gender ideology hearing in the UK this week, and I am shocked and amazed and also very encouraged.
This is great.
Wow.
Yeah,
This
is where a leading member of parliament admits that the trans lobby is coming after gay kids and the government should not be run by lobbyist groups. And further, they should rely on scientific research. What is this crazy talk? This is
right?
Parliamentary member Kemi Badenoch. She says that the UK government is taking an evidence-based and principled approach on the trans issue. Now, this article on your screen right now is us being warned by trans lobbyists that she is a transphobic woman. This was from last year. They said that she was transphobic because she refused to pass legislation that would ban.
What do I mean? I'm eating and put that in my way. What do they mean by this unelected Prime Minister Rishi Sunak? Wasn't there an election to get him in? Gee, I did follow UK that closely. Yeah. I know that he's the Prime Minister, but how is he unelected?
Conversion therapy, which we're going to talk about in a second. And she also met with detransitioner Kira Bell in order to understand how children take hormones really young and can be harmed. We've talked about Kira Bell before. Kira Bell was put on cross-sex hormones, puberty blockers, and had breast removal very young. It was incredibly painful because that hurts and a lot. And then she said, you know, I just was a masculine girl. I just was what we would call a tomboy back in the day. Now, this member of parliament, Kemi Badenoch, she has been bullied over this issue quite a bit by the trans lobby. She DGAF, if you know what I mean, doesn't give a flying fart. She just keeps coming at it from an evidence-based approach. And watch how
What she means there is she doesn't give a flying fuck.
she was received. Here she is addressing that meeting with Kira Bell.
In May 2021, against official advice,
Yeah, this is
I
very
will stress that officials said you should not have this meeting. I met a young lady called Kira Bell. She was a lesbian. She was a lesbian who told me the horrific experience that she had in the Tavistock clinic. It was an eye-opening experience. I know that the member for Kirkcaldy and Cowdenbeath talked about transing away the gay in his speech in Westminster Hall debate.
That's very true. Excuse me. They're transing away all the gay kids. Like in like 10, 15 years, there's no one's gonna be gay anymore. Like they will be, but they won't know what that's. They're confusing all these young gay kids into thinking that they're the opposite gender and doing like cutting off their tits and doing all sorts of weird stuff. It's scary, man. Like they're just, and they say we're erasing people. Jesus.
We are seeing, I would say, almost an epidemic of young gay children being told that they are trans and being put on a medical pathway for irreversible decisions, and they are regretting it.
Right.
That is
All of
what
them.
I'm doing for young LGBT children. I am making sure that young people do not find themselves sterilized because they are being exploited by people who do not understand what these issues are. And I am saying this on the advice of clinicians. I'm saying this on the advice of academics. There are clinicians from the Tavistock who have been whistleblowing, talking about what
This guy doesn't want to hear it.
what these issues are. The honourable man tells me that he is traumatized. We are traumatized by what is happening to young children, and we are not going to run away from this issue any longer.
There's nothing honorable about that guy. He's just a fucking creeper, and he's just happy to rake in the tens of thousands of it's like nearly $100,000 per SRS, and you go through like two of them presumably if you're doing like top and bottom. So I mean that's like, and then they're a permanent patient for the rest of their lives. And there's people like there's footage of this stuff. I wish I had it with me. Of people like bragging about to like the medical lobby, to the big pharma lobby that's like, yeah, this is what these are worth every year. We gotta really push these surgeries. It's heavy, man.
So that man who was guffawing, like, no, you're traumatizing me by these words, telling me that a lesbian was hurt, was Member of Parliament Chris Bryant. And I mean, he just was so entitled to say, no, you're wrong about this. Nope, I'm not hearing it. And she's saying, yeah, you're going to keep hearing it because we can't be hurting kids. Now, about conversion therapy, she has rejected laws that would call anybody not affirming someone's gender ideology conversion therapy. So that is, we're talking in so many double negatives here that I just want to be clear. So if Clayton were to tell me I am a woman and I would say, no, you're not, you are a biological man, you're the father of my children, and I'm going to, let's go talk to people to prove to you that you're a man, he would say, you're trying to do conversion therapy. That's how this is.
Oh, well, yeah, that is kind of what is happening. They're converting everyone. I think we're just going to leave that there for the moment, and I'm going to wrap up this painful shit. What I do want to do, though, is just introduce you to very quickly to my collection. It's a growing collection of sound bites. I've had these for ages now. I've just been like, I've never had the chance to use them yet. So I figured these would come in handy at various points throughout my conversations. I've got a really great guest lined up for sometime in the new year, hopefully earlier than later, but she has definitely agreed to do it. Hold on. Oh, there's shit all over the Stream Deck. How does that happen? Anyway, here are the sound bites in order. This one is called Gonna Come.
I'm gonna come.
One stands out. Pretty obvious for itself, I think. We just finished that off there. And what else we got? We've got Listen, Motherfucker.
Listen, you motherfuckers.
You can tell I got a thing for Uncle Trump. This one here is for when things get a little bit too heated, and we need like a what's it called, a distraction.
Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
So I think they might be quite effective, and these I found, these next two are hilarious. I found these from a channel that does like cringe AI videos of like Donald Trump, like a Donald Trump AI voice singing these just cringe lyrics. It's really funny.
Men don't have a vagina. The radical left works for China.
So they were quite funny. I've got the full one here too.
Men don't have a vagina. The radical left works for China.
So that's I think all I've got for Uncle Trump. I found this really cringy sort of like talent show where they got. So I'm gonna farm that for. It aged so. It's like from public access TV. It's really bad, but I'm farming that at the moment for like golden little sound bites like this.
You're a crackhead. No lie. Tell them again, EJ. What are they? Crackhead. Leave it alone.
You're a crackhead. So I thought that'd be fun. And since I was just keeping up the trends, and I can't be like bothered doing it myself. So every time someone does like gives me a donation or something, I'll give them one of these.
Thank you.
Or one of these. I think there's just something a bit more classy about the European girl. I think she sounds German to me.
Thank you.
So I think that's entirely appropriate. And finally, when someone's making an excellent point about things like, you know, Elon Musk and how excellent he is, I'll just hit them with this baby.
Like, that thing's giant. How many times bigger is it than Earth? Like,
the moon?
yeah.
No, not bigger.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Like, she's fully dead set on this.
The moon? Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
That's fun. Let's see that again one more time.
Like, that thing's giant. How many times bigger is it than Earth? Like,
The moon?
yeah.
No, not bigger.
Yeah, it is.
The moon? Nah.
You just said you're so into it and you don't know that the moon's bigger than Earth.
I think that's great. That's great. So I'm going to drop that when everyone wants to start pissing in Elon's pocket, saying, "Oh, he's the greatest thing that ever happened to the human race. Everything he does turns to gold." Like, fuck off with that. Anyway, one of these days I'm going to render an outro. Oh, I should have paid. This is what I forgot to go through. This music. I haven't gone through any of this. I know Feeding the Duck sounds good. Should have had this playing the whole time. This is what Keanu has on hers. But she actually has other stuff like viewers and guests. What else do we got? Nope, don't like that. Don't like it. What? No, this is dumb. Daydreaming. Into space. Lo-fi. I can sort of cope with this. As long as it doesn't get too busy. I bet it gets busy in a second. That's alright. What's night driving? It's pretty relaxed. Maybe this is the outro music, or should we do Feeding the Ducks? It's either that or Feeding the Ducks. I do like Feeding the Ducks. Not actually doing that, Feeding Ducks, but you know, the music, the song. Alright, this is going to be my outro music from now on. Next week, I am doing a wrap-up of 2023. It'll be on, I don't know, the 30th, maybe 31st, maybe not. I don't fucking know. The only reason I did this episode is so I didn't have to change that fucking thumbnail. But if you're out there and you're watching this, which I know you're not, have a very nice Christmas. Goodbye.